Hi guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. So time for me to share one more live trade of mine. So the date was 25th of September. I did not get any time to record the video throughout the day, so I am recording it late at night right now. So anyways, I managed to record the video, so I will be sharing it in some time. Before that, let me tell you what all things I did last week. I really want to apologize because last Monday was when I uploaded my live trading video. Tuesday I traded, I was in a profit of 23,000. Wednesday I traded, I was in a profit of 11,000 some change. Thursday I traded, I was in a profit of 29,900, and Friday also I traded and I was in a loss of 8,000 some change rupees. Okay, but the capital was more. The capital was around 35,000 rupees. Okay, for those 4 days. Okay, and for today, for some reason I was not able to record those videos for those 4 days, so there was no point in making any YouTube video because I would not have been able to share my trades with you. Okay, so coming on to today's trade, into the summary of the trade for today is the capital used was 14,000 and the profit gained was 11,166 rupees 40 paise. So the overall profit percentage on my total capital was 79.76%. Okay, in total 4 trades were taken. Power Grid, INFRATEL, UBL was taken twice. Okay, so let me just quickly go ahead and explain why the trades were taken, and I will share the live video with you. All right, now getting on to Power Grid. So R2 was the exact point where I took up the trade. The price was around 212.85. The expectation was it should at least go till 214, which did not actually happen. So I was in the trade till the super trend gave a red signal. Okay, this was the point when I would have booked the profit, but for some reason I was not able to. Okay, so I was in a loss. I came out in a loss of 1 rupees 25 paise, and since I had taken the number of shares that were taken were 1800 rupees, the loss was around 2200 some rupees. Okay, but when I was in this trade, okay, I invested around 10,000 in this, and when I was in this trade, I actually took up INFRATEL and UBL, and both of them were in profit. So let me just go ahead and get on to INFRATEL here. Right, so INFRATEL, I took the trade at 9:20 when the price was around 394, somewhere here. Okay, it 394, seeing the pressure, seeing the volume, the huge volume, I was very sure that this guy is gonna drag in the upward direction. Okay, a pure momentum trade, guys. Okay, so the entry was 394 and the exit was 396.95. that was exactly at the top of this candle. So this candle reached 397 and I had set my limit at 396.95. okay, so that was purely according to my technical calculations. All right, so I was in a profit of 2 rupees 95 paise. Okay, shares taken were 400 rupees, so I was in a profit of around 1200 rupees. Right, now let's getting on to UBL. 2 entries were made in UBL. Okay, so this was my first entry at around 826.26, somewhere here. Okay, and I was actually expecting this stock to cross R2, but it did not happen. It started falling down. Okay, now I was very sure that if it is not able to sustain the pivot, then I would have come out of the trade. Okay, so you see this red line, this red candle, it did cross the pivot and closed below that, but it was not able to sustain. So that was a green signal for me that this guy has the chances of going up. Okay, so I waited and eventually it went up, and the entry was made at 826.26 and the exit was made at this candle, 835.70. okay, and the total profit that I was able to manage here was 9 rupees 44 paise. Okay, again after 10 minutes, seeing the momentum and seeing the technicals, I again entered. Okay, the price was 835.98. okay, exactly at R2. okay, this was my entry point, my second entry point in UBL, and I waited the whole time. All the technicals were supporting, and the exit was 848.60, somewhere here. Okay, so according to my technicals, the target was 855. The first target was 855. So since I was already in a profit of 12 rupees 60 paise, I thought of coming out because the number of shares I had taken was 800. So that profit was more than sufficient for me as a day trader. All right. So talking about the technicals, the target was 855. It did exceeded it, and you can see here it went till 867. It was a huge move, right? So these are the reasons why I took up the trades, guys. Let me get on to the video here, right? So I'll just keep forwarding the video whenever it is not important. So this is power grid entry 212.85. Just plotting power grid on HYIT terminal. Okay, this was the INFRATEL entry, 400 shares taken at 394. At this time, power grid was already running, right? So this was INFRATEL, a quick trade. Okay, and I'm selling INFRATEL right now. Took some time to decide the number, and finally I settled for 396.95. Right, this was taken up. Yeah, so INFRATEL I was in a profit of around let it come up. Okay, by the time I entered UBL as well, after I came out of INFRATEL, UBL was giving a nice move at the time, so I took some time to decide whether to enter or not. So let me forward this. Okay, so 190 shares at 826.26 UBL. So two trades running right now, power grid and UBL. Yeah, and this was the time when I was wrapping up UBL. Yep, I settled for 835.70, which was very near to 10 rupees profit. So it was taken up. Yeah, took some time to reach that point. That is why you could see this open position here, but eventually it hit that particular point. Alright, this was the point when it hit it. So it was completed once I refreshed it. Yep. So UBL and INFRATEL were done. I was still in power grid, and I could see that power grid was not moving, and it started moving in my opposite direction, and the technicals were clearly telling me to come out of the trade. So without any second thoughts, I just exited in the market price. Yep. So it was a loss of 1 rupees 25 paise. Yeah, and yeah, this was the time when I was in profit in INFRATEL of around 180 rupees, and in UBL it was 1791 rupees, and power grid it was a loss of 2250 rupees. Yeah. And the last trade was again in UBL. I entered at 835.98 rupees. Yeah, CG Power I was trying. For some reason it got rejected. I also tried some other script. It was giving a nice move at that time. Okay, it gave around 80 to 90 paisa move. A small stock giving around close to 1 rupees move is a big deal, but unfortunately I was not able to do that because yeah, Torrent Power, CG Power, everything got rejected, so I wasted a lot of time there. And finally UBL, I got in with 800 shares. Entry was around 835.98. right? Yep, here it is. And it was a wait. and all the technicals were actually very strong, so I was not having any problems in holding on to the trade even for an hour or two. Okay, as I told earlier, my target was 855, so I was waiting for my target to meet. Okay, I cancelled the order because I was very sure that it will exceed 845.80. Yeah, so I cancelled that order and I waited. Let me forward it a bit. Yeah, so right now I was in a 9,000 rupees profit in UBL. It was still moving up. Yep, 850. I was actually deciding whether to come out of the trade or not. 855 was my target according to the technicals, guys, but I always keep a buffer. Okay, if 855 is the target that is given by my technicals, I make sure to come out by 850 or 851. Okay, so this was the time when I decided to come out of the trade. Okay, right, and I settled for 848.60. Let me forward the video a bit. Yeah, 848.60 was the limit that I set. It did hit the target and I was in a profit of 12 rupees 62 paise, and as I told earlier, the target was met. Okay, the stock did reach 855 and again went up till 862. Yep, so yeah, so this was my trade, guys. I mean, for today, all total 4 trades taken here. Infratel in profit, Power Grid in loss, UBL in profit. Okay, so overall it was a good day. Capital used was 14,000, profit made was 11,166 rupees 40 paise. Overall percentage of profit was 79.76 paise, right? Sorry, 79.76%. Right, so that's it for now, guys. I will surely try my best to record a video tomorrow as well, in fact today as well, if I trade and if I am in a position to record the video. I will surely record and share it out with you. Till then, you all have a good day. Bye bye.